Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be leveling the pad for the shop. So right now I'm standing kind of right at the base of the pad. Over behind me I've got some stakes that kind of rough out what our rough level needs to be. We've got our laser level here behind me, and we'll kind of shoot a grade and find out how deep we have to dig on the uphill side to get close to level all the way across the shop pad. So we'll see how much dirt we have to move. All right, we got our grading bucket here ready to go. Our stakes, hopefully our log deck isn't too close to where we have to grade. There's another stake up there. Those are where it needs to be level, and then we kind of have to ease the hill back to natural as best we can. So I may have to move a couple burn piles just a bit to make room for the grade.
Jeff is digging this upper portion down about 3 feet. So, because there's quite a climb on this pad that we're going to use for the shop. So he's digging down 3 feet, and he will just push that dirt down the hill. So yeah, we're just in the process of trying to get this shop pad roughly leveled. So that's what we're doing today. It looks like the ground that far down is pretty rocky. So I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Probably good. So that will give more stability. But I don't know, I'm just guessing. So I'm just waiting for Jeff to be finished digging where he's digging right now. And then I'll go in and measure with the laser level and see how it's going. So it's going pretty well. We're getting a lot of dirt out of the ground. So hopefully we can get this dirt spread and compacted well and be ready for graveling the shop pad. We have got about half of our pad done. Getting all the dirt. See a lot of marks on the ground, some ones and zeros. That means if it's a 0, that means we're at grade. And if it's a 1, that means we need to go down an inch. If it's a plus a number, it means that we're a little low in that spot. So anyway, it's coming together. And now we're gonna take a break, get some lunch. Work trying to get this shop pad leveled out, and it's definitely really close. So now Jeff is just working the leftover dirt and kind of building up our road. He's gonna move the burn pile there to the right of the excavator over so that we can get logging trucks in and get some of our lumber to the mill, or our logs to the mill. So that's exciting. That will clean up a lot of space just to get those log decks removed. So that will be good.
Good evening. I wanted to fill you all in on what I've been up to. Amy had to head back to home because she had a wedding that she had to go to, and we extended our trip because we were going to try to sell some of the logs that we cut down. The log deck that used to be right here behind me is now over here all ready for the semi truck to come pick up Monday morning. It's Saturday evening tonight, which means that it's a weekend, which means that, of course, the piece of rental equipment has broken down again. So each log that was in the log deck right over here, I had to pull out one at a time and cut them to length and then stack them over here for pickup. And the pieces that I cut off, I put over here, kind of tucked away and this will be nice, manageable sized pieces that we can pull off to cut up for firewood. So even though I've already processed 4 log decks, I still have this log deck over here that needs to be processed, and this log deck over here that needs to be processed. So there's still a ton of logs to go through to pull out, cut out the rot, cut to size, and then stack where the self-loader can come pick them up. So hopefully we can get the skid steer fixed soon and get back to work.
By the time I got back on Sunday, Jeff had the skid steer up and running, so we were ready to get back processing our log decks.
We were really glad that we were able to partner with Idaho Forestry, allowing us to sell our logs to the mill, because our log decks were getting
A little out of hand.
a little out of hand. So at first we thought, well, we're just going to have firewood for the foreseeable future, forever. But now, by processing the logs to go to the mill, we still had plenty of end cuts left for a couple of years worth of firewood.
For sure.
So with the self-loader coming in the morning, we worked into the night to make sure that we were ready with enough logs to give them a full load.
Yeah. So we had a few more logs to process before he came, and so we were really hustling to get those ready. He told us that when we thought we had enough, to do a whole lot more.
To just add more.
So,
because I asked him how big of a pile is one load. He's like, well, get what you think is enough and then add more.
right. So we were totally guessing like how many logs we thought would fit in his truck, and I feel like we did a pretty good job.
We did a pretty good job, but I was very surprised by how many logs he could actually fit on his trailer.
That was surprising.
So he could carry a lot of logs.
Yes, he really could.
In our next video, we'll show you what it took to get our skid steer back up and running. But for now, back to logging.
The logging truck is coming up the road, picking up our first load of logs. It's very exciting.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and now I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know what I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you.
Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. We heard a truck. So I came up and found Craig up here sneaking a load of logs in. So he starts real early in the morning.
The hauler is here for our third load, and Jeff is scrambling around on the little skid steer trying to get our last few logs from this pile over to where the hauler is. So I think we have 4 more logs to get over there, and then we'll send our third load to the mill, and we'll be done with all the trees we've logged so far. So now he's got to make his way through these 2 trees, which seems wide enough, but it's actually, he has to kind of maneuver it a bit.
Look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket feels like I'm on cloud nine.
This thing looks pretty cool at night. Jeff is working on the drainage side of the shop, so we got the other side done this morning, and now this is what we're doing this evening, getting ready for the gravel to be delivered tomorrow.
This all used to be very thick forest. So our first delivery driver for gravel is here, and so he is going to come spread the first load. We have 4 loads coming today, and that will just be a good start on our shop pad. So great, exciting, here it comes.
Last load of gravel for the shop pad.
How was the sprinkler?
It feels really good.
I'm gonna go stand in the sprinkler for a minute.
Okay. Run through the sprinkler. It hits you on the way back.
That's chilly.
Yeah. leveling stage where we're just adjusting things 1 inch to 2 inches. So, and this doesn't have to be perfect. We just are needing to get it close so we have a rough idea, because of course when we drill post holes and all that stuff, it's going to disturb the scrabble, and it will also compact as we go. But this will get us a good base, a good level base to start. Oh, and did I mention it's hot here? So hot. But Jeff is in the air-conditioned cab. He's a lucky boy.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me.